Hi everyone, welcome back. So if I were only allowed to keep 15 products, these would be them. I was like, ooh, that's a fun and simple concept. No, you should have seen me trying to pick products for this video. I was overcomplicating it so much. I was like, what kind of scenario is this? Am I on a deserted island? Like, what's happening? No, I took a step back, took a couple breaths, and I decided to pick the first product that came to mind when choosing for that category. So these are my core products without all of the fluff, like eye toppers and fun extras like that. So let's get into it. So there shouldn't be that many surprises in today's video. I feel like all of these products are very true to me. There may be a few little shocking things here and there, but we'll see. So to start off, I actually don't have a primer included. I'm assuming many of you were expecting to see the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and it's not included in today's video because the foundation that has taken over the throne for me is the Urban Decay Face Bond. And the face bond does not work well with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer whatsoever. And this is fine on its own. This almost acts like it has a primer infused in it already. It's a 3-in-1. It's a niacinamide serum, a foundation, and a powder all in one, which is a dream for us who have oily combo skin types. So today I'll be using the shade 5 Fair Neutral. And you really want to shake this stuff up. This is all I've been going in with. It's customizable as well, but I like to go for like a medium full coverage level with this. It's so different for me because I'm someone who usually likes a very natural or glowy appearance to my skin, but this one adds a matte finish that is so blurring and so perfecting. I'm all about blurring and diffusing products, but most matte foundations that I've tried during my career always feel very, very drying on my skin, or it enhances texture that I don't like. But this one honestly looks like a filter. Whenever I use this, people think I have applied like a filter on my videos, and it's not. It's the magic blurring and diffusing properties within this foundation. It's also very comfortable to wear. The one downside with this is that you do have to work very quickly, or else the powder is going to kick in and it's going to kind of set in place. So you just have to be quick with it. I just love every single aspect of this foundation, and the wear is impeccable. My face and makeup does not budge at all with this. It's stunning. Next up for concealer, surprise, surprise, it's the Tower 28. I use the shade DTLA right now, but this is a phenomenal formula. I love to wear this as a foundation as well some days if I want more of like that natural glowy look, but under the eye, it is so flattering. It's a hydrating concealer, but it also blurs and diffuses and covers like none other. Its texture feels like it shouldn't do what it does. It's such an easy texture to work with. It's a nice serumy, lightweight feel, and it blends in seconds. It's easy and fuss-free to work with, and it always looks good. I love how reliable it is. And I'm matching the coverage level of my foundation, but I can go in with a lot less to get a softer, more natural appearance. I just love how I know what to expect when I go in with it. I hate products that kind of act differently day to day. Ugh, that just drives me nuts. I don't want to feel nervous about my makeup. Moving on to powder, this was a surprisingly difficult category to choose for because there's 3 powders that come to mind right away. The Kosas Cloud Set, the Givenchy powder, and the Huda Beauty loose powder. And I decided to go with the Huda Beauty one because I feel like it combines all of my favorite things from the other 2. So I love a loose powder underneath of my eyes, but I also love the look of a pressed powder all over my face. But if you apply this with a powder puff on the face, it looks like a pressed powder would, if that makes sense. I don't love the Kosas Cloud Set underneath of my eyes, and I don't love the Givenchy all over my face because it does have a little bit, or I guess the shade that I go in with, it's too brightening, so it makes my skin look too bright. That's why I went with Huda Beauty. And today I'm using the shade Pound Cake. And I'm really excited because I have a fragrance-free version now. Because if you've ever tried these, you know how smelly these are. I like to press it in using my little Huda Beauty powder puff. And then I take a brush just to wipe away any excess here. And usually I wait to set my face, but because the rest of the cheek products are powder as well, I'm just going to take the opportunity to to get that over with too. So I'm taking a bigger Huda Beauty powder puff and I'm just setting where I get oily. Oops, sorry. Don't mean to flip you guys off. And same thing, I take a fluffy brush just to sweep away any excess. And I can also feel if I set my skin properly, because sometimes I can feel the brush like dragging a little bit, and then I know that I missed a spot. Now for bronzer and contour, there was only one answer for me, and that was my Kaleidos Symphony Contour Trio, and I use the shade Light. I can't stop using this. I can't. I love this thing so much. There's also a really nice brightening powder too. So at the end of my makeup, sometimes if I feel like I'm dull in some areas, I'll add a little bit of that and it'll help that area out. But I love this powder. It's so soft and wispy, but effective. I think it looks flawless every single time. And I've been applying it with my BK Beauty 103 brush, which is a big fluffy brush, and I mix the two shades right away. I'm sure many of you were expecting to see like the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Hello, Miss Lanny. But I mindlessly reach for this every single day, and the formula of the powders is so soft and easy. Like I could apply this in the dark and I know it will look nice and soft and diffused. And I have been really liking that soft matte kind of finish, and powders are the easiest way to achieve that, of course. Leave my flowers alone, missy girl. You're not allowed to have tulips. No, 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 no. Thank you. I'm taking the brightening powder on that small brush, and I'm just going to help soften everything. It's kind of interesting. I've never had such a set list of products that I go in with, which is really interesting to me because I'm usually really good at like rotating through things to test out for you guys, but these have been reoccurring staples for so long. And I wonder if it's because I'm going through like an era of a lot of change in my life, and maybe this is like one thing I can control and keep the same. I wonder if that's has something to do with it, maybe, but I just know these products are damn good too. So for highlighter, my favorite has been the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I think this is just the best still. And I just love how soft it is for every day. It looks very from within, which is so nice. It can be built up to a really pearly look if you want, but for every day it just adds like the prettiest little sheen. And this looks really nice on the eye too, and in the inner corner. I just love how soft and effective it is for every day. I love how I can just apply it in any which way and the edges will always look super seamless and not like an obvious metallic strip. For blush, it's been the Makeup Forever Wherever Rose for so long. This has me in the biggest chokehold. I can't get enough of this texture and the color. It's just perfection in my eyes. And I'm going to apply with my BK Beauty 107, which is my favorite blush brush. I feel like it's the perfect kind of shape. And I kind of go in between of my bronzer and highlight, and then I kind of scatter it over my highlight for a lifted look. I feel like brows are so personal and everyone needs something a little different, but for me, I always need a pencil and a gel. I love the Rare Beauty Brow Pencil. It's the Brow Harmony Precise Pencil in Cool Brown. I just love the shape of it, the color of it, the texture of the pencil, like it just fills in my brows very quickly. The pencil itself is not too waxy nor too soft. It's just a perfect in between that makes for the perfect pencil texture, I guess. And it adheres so well to my skin underneath, which the skin under my brows get really oily throughout the day, but this stays in place. And I always need a spoolie on the other end of my brow pencil. I need a diffused brow. And my favorite brow gel is the Kulfi one. It's the Free the Brow brow gel. And I just use it in the shade Clear. It just has every little gadget you need for a brow gel. It's super laminating, so you can sculpt your brows however you want for the day. And the spoolie is perfect. It's nice and big, so it gets the product on there. Like, you're not wasting any time with this product. And underneath of the cap, you have a nice dual-ended brush. So you can flatten your brows and really sculpt that waxy product in. Woo! I have very thin tails, but like thick fronts. So I try to make my tails match the front a little bit. I don't know, my brows are different every day because I get so impatient. And for my eye primer, no surprise here, Fenty eye primer, the best for oily eyelids. It's super, super waxy. I know many people think it's too sticky, but that's such an easy fix. The barrier it adds is incredible. It will not allow any of my oil to shine through and destroy my eyeshadow look. It's like eyelid armor. Can you tell I've been watching Game of Thrones again? Whenever I start watching Game of Thrones, I know my mental health is taking a dip. It's my favorite show. It's my favorite show, but I will never forgive them, ever, for that ending. And I just found out that the people who screwed up the last season are doing the Netflix 3 Body Problem show. You are in my burn book. I don't hold grudges, but for them, it's an eternal grudge. Eternal. Okay, anyways, what am I talking about? For setting sprays, I feel like I jump around a lot, but I always end up going back to this one, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I feel like this just has everything I need in one spray. So it obviously prolongs the longevity of my makeup like crazy. Sometimes if I even get it in my hair, it almost feels like hairspray, but it also helps to merge all of the powder layers together, and it helps to make my skin look like skin again without it looking too glowy. Because some setting sprays that add a little bit of glow, like the MAC Original Fix Plus, I feel like it looks good immediately, but as the day goes on, I feel like that glycerin just gets more glowy and glowy and glowy, whereas this one doesn't. And I pass over my face twice. Once this way, once that way, just so I know everything is covered. Okay, and then I just wait a little bit, fan myself down. I haven't replaced my batteries in my little fan. It's been like a month. Out of sight, out of mind. Moving on to eyeliners, I have a lot of favorites. I'm such a fan of eyeliner. It was so close to being the Makeup Forever Artist pencils for this category, but oh my gosh, a crow just landed on my roof. Hi, Bran. Hi, Bran. How you doing? It was so close to being the Makeup Forever Artist pencils, but I only like those for kind of smokier everyday looks. They don't really wear well in the waterline at all, and you can't get like the most opaque, intense eyeliner look from them. So I needed an all-encompassing good liner that I can get all of the above from, like a smoky look, a very opaque, crisp look, and something that will last in my waterline very well. And that is still, to this day, the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Smoky Eyeliners. I think this is the product I have loved the most for the longest. It's been in my collection for so long, like probably 5+ years. These are newer sticks, of course, but this formula is just incredible. I'll be using the brown today. I'm going to do like a nice soft brown smoky eye. I'm feeling that today. So I'm smudging this on my lower lashes, scooping it up like so to my top lashes. And then I'm going to take a brush. This is a Refer 02 Mini. And then I'm going to start smoking these out. With not a lot of precision. I'm doing this a little haphazardly. Just making sure it gets diffused. I'm diffusing it more so on top than I am right here. I kind of like the more intense depth right there. And at this point, I might as well introduce my favorite eyeshadow palette, and that's the new Makeup by Mario Master Mattes The Neutrals. This is just me in a palette. I feel like I could build any look with this. Just touching back on what I said about the Fenty Beauty eye primer, that some people find it to be too sticky. What I like to do to counteract that is take a little bit of my setting powder on a fluffy brush, and I set my brow bone from underneath of my brow to my crease. And that should help you get a flawless, seamless blend without your oils coming out to ruin your life. I'm taking this Smith 237, which is a huge big brush, and I'm taking this color right here. And this will be my starting shade. It's just nice and soft. How smoky do I want to go today? I guess we'll find out. I'm going to take this Rephr 14 mini brush. It's a really nice blending brush. I love the looks of this. And I'm going to, let's go in with a mixture of these two. And I'm going over that Maybelline Tattoo Studio liner to soften this. And I'm not going for like a pointy liner look. I'm kind of rounding it out. So you'll see here, I'm kind of doing little circular motions right on the outermost part of this liner look. And that will give kind of a rounded, softened effect. Then I'll take another brush and I'll set my lid using maybe a mixture of these two. I can't commit to one shade today, apparently. And I'll also use that same mixture to set the rest of my under eye here. Okay, I feel like I'm wanting to amp that up a little bit on my actual lid. So I'm just going to take a touch of this color on its own, and I'm going to rub that as close as I can with this fluffy brush on my mobile lid here, kind of grazing my eyelashes. And this is a Rephr 01 brush. And then I'll wipe my brush on a little towel, and then I'll work upwards. Now finally, I'm going to take that dark brown, the darkest brown we used today, this one, and I'm going to redefine right here, right on my outer corner. So that's the deepest part of the look. And I might even take a touch of the black with that same brush right here. Yeah, super quick little smoky eye. And for a mascara, we should not be surprised here at all. It's the Clio Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara, and I've been using the one in Sleek Volume. I feel like it just adds a little bit more drama, and I love a dramatic lash look, especially paired with a brown smoky eye. But this mascara is awesome. Ooh, my tummy just grumbled. But this mascara performs so well for me. I love how it holds the curl in my lashes all day until the moment I wash it off. Super long wearing. It's cry proof, waterproof, everything proof. It truly is super proof. I know many people have problems with removing this one, but my Fluorosis cleansing oil gets through it really quickly. Same with my Shu Uemura one. I've heard really good things that the e.l.f. cleansing balm removes this right away too. You really need to work a cleansing oil into this to remove it, but I don't have an issue with that because what it can do for me throughout the day is so worth it. But now for lips, this may be a surprising section. I was a little surprised, but I feel like it makes sense. For lip liners, I went with the Freck Makeout Club lip liners. I am completely in love and obsessed with these. I love the finish, how long wearing it is, the colors, just everything is perfection for me. I love the shades 4 and 3. I kind of wish I got all of the shades. They're so good, but that's the shade 4, so it's a little bit more red based, and 3 is the perfect kind of warm brown shade. Bye, Bran. It's nice to see you. I guess the three-eyed raven. His character was so freaking annoying, I can't. I wear the shade 3 the most often. 4 if I'm wearing like the House Labs fake lip gloss or any kind of red burnish shade, kind of like that. Today I'll be using shade 3. When you're applying it, it is very reminiscent of the M Cosmetics lip liners. Like it has that airy, cloudy, soft, velvety feel, but they set in place like the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0s, but stronger. They're super long wearing and very hard to rub off. So that's awesome for a lip liner because a lot of lip liners tend to disappear quite quickly, but these stay on. And now for a lip color, this was very easy. I thought this was going to be the hardest category because I have so many favorite lip products, but this was like a mindless decision for me. And the product I decided to go with is the Romand Lasting Water Tints for a few reasons. Okay, I love a staining lip product and I love a glossy lip, and these combine both of those things in one product. It looks like you applied a lip stain, then a beautiful glassy gloss, which is so unique because I feel like most staining lip products come with kind of like a heavier lacquered top layer to it, if you know what I mean. But once you let these kind of set on your lips for a second, you can see it kind of separate in a sense, not in a bad way, but it looks like you applied more than 3 products to your lips. These are the 4 shades that I've got. So we have the shade 14 Mauve Moon. Right here is 17 Woody Sunset. This one over here is 08 Rose Stream. And then the last one down here is 4 Vintage Ocean. Ooh, what color am I feeling today? And these stain very evenly and differently from one another. I'm having a hard time deciding between Rose Stream and Mauve Moon. What if we mixed them? What would happen? So, Rose Stream, Mauve Moon. Very pretty together. I've never done that. That was fun. And those are my 15 Holy Grail beauty products. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll have everything I used listed and linked in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!